Welcome everyone to Ring Talk with Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith. This is our first episode with video now. So if you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure to go down to YouTube.
Check out all the clips.
Yep, check out the clips. And see what we look like. See what these weird dudes look like.
If this is your first time listening to us, watching us, we are a wrestling podcast. We're two casual wrestling fans that decided we'd like to talk about wrestling and put it out on the internet for fun and have people probably criticize us and make fun of us and ridicule us. But it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start off. Obviously, this week we start off with Monday Night Raw, March 18th. Kicks off with Jey Uso coming out and calling out Jimmy. The match was made official last week. Mm-hmm. Jey versus Jamie at WrestleMania, which I think if there's one match like a mid-card match for WrestleMania that's gonna steal the show, I think it's this one right here.
This is gonna be a good match. Whenever he calls out Jimmy Uso, Solo also comes out with him. Mm-hmm. And Jey says he misses Jimmy. He says, Jimmy, I miss you.
Even after all the bad blood.
Yes.
Even all the bad blood, he's like, even though Jimmy cost Jey the undisputed championship back at SummerSlam.
And the Intercontinental
Championship.
Man.
Did he cost him, I think he also cost him the tag titles with Cody as well when they lost it to Judgment Day.
They did. Yep. Man,
and he still wants to forgive his brother.
That's brotherly love.
That's brotherly love.
What else says here?
Jimmy basically took credit for every big accomplishment that him and Jey ever had. All the tag title wins, which some could say the Usos may be on Mount Rushmore, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. You could make that debate.
I mean, they're one of the best tag teams I've ever seen personally.
Yeah.
They've
definitely in my time watching wrestling, you could probably maybe put the Usos as the best.
Yeah. They've done it all. They've even accomplished having the longest title reign for tag team championships.
They main evented in WrestleMania Night 1. They lost against Kevin, but they main evented.
Yep. Man.
But it was a solid segment, I thought.
Jey starts the fight with Jimmy whenever they start fighting, but Solo comes out and helps Jimmy out, and they just overpower him. They just start beating him up.
It's the bloodline, man.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes comes to the rescue, which I'm pretty sure everyone saw this coming.
Cody always comes to the rescue.
Yep. Especially when it comes to bloodline stuff, because we know how he feels about the bloodline. We'll go into that later.
The first match of the night was DIY versus Creed Brothers, which I will start off by saying, in my opinion, for Raw, this was the match of the night for me personally.
I loved watching this match. Creed Brothers is so entertaining.
Good, so freaking good. They're athletic, they're charismatic. Just they work so well together, and they bring something fresh and new. I feel like to the tag team division.
I feel like I would enjoy the ladder match with both of these teams in the ladder match, but they went with this and. You have to let it happen.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. What was it? Julius Creed delivered. I wrote it down. A vertical suplex from his knees.
Mm-hmm. That was
up to his feet, all while holding Tommaso Ciampa, perfectly vertical.
Yeah. He.
That's insane.
He's crazy.
That's insane.
Both of those guys. Both of the Creed brothers are super athletic.
Absolutely.
The strength is just crazy, and I still can't believe how much talent they have just starting out.
Yeah, and it was DIY took the win, didn't they?
Yeah,
DIY got the win.
Stole the victory.
So they are now entered into the tag team ladder match at WrestleMania, which. If I had to choose, I'm glad DIY won the match. I think, I think they deserve the push that they're getting They're both just
Yep.
insanely talented.
And DIY, I loved watching them, and I can't wait to see them finally be in Mania.
At WrestleMania.
Yep.
That's going to be crazy.
I do want to say something, though. Did you see the Creed brothers had a new song for their entrance?
I didn't notice that.
They had a new song. They had new outfits.
I didn't even realize it.
Yep, new song. So 2K comes out, and then now there's a new song.
There's a new song.
Come on. That's all right, though. I do like it, though. I like it.
All right, and then
backstage segment with Andrade and the Judgment Day, which basically gave us nothing.
I really don't know what they're gonna do with Andrade. I don't think they're gonna. People are saying they're gonna put him with Judgment. I just don't. I can't see that happening.
I can't see it. Andrade is a singles competitor.
Yeah, and I think maybe it was looking like maybe they're gonna put him in a rivalry with Dominic.
But Dominic's with Rey Mysterio.
Well, yeah, he showed up on SmackDown.
So we'll talk about that later. But I don't know, maybe JD, but I don't see it happening.
Do you think? I don't even see Andrade being at Mania. I mean,
I feel like they're
not this late into the game. I don't see. There's nothing. To put him at
if
Mania.
they wanted to put him at Mania, it should have been way earlier starting all this.
Yeah, they should have started something at the Rumble or.
Yeah.
We'll see, but maybe they'll start doing some stuff after Mania with them.
We do find out that Dominic and Ricochet will have a match later in the night.
Yeah, because they were upset that JD lost to Ricochet in the Gauntlet match the week prior.
Yep. All right.
The next match was
Caden Carter, Katana Chance, and Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae.
Again, I'm going to say it. I am all for heel Candice LeRae. I am loving it.
I said this last week, and once again I'm going to say it this week. I thought this was going to be one of the greatest matches, but it ended so quickly and in such
I think they're really trying to push the whole heel Candice LeRae, and I think it's working. Yeah. I think fans are like, it's one of those things that it's like, I did not expect to like this as much as I did. Katana Chance suffered a leg injury, and Candice LeRae took advantage right away.
She tagged herself in and starts attacking her.
Starts.
And she wins. And when she puts a leg lock on Chance.
Yeah, she immediately tapped out.
Indy doesn't know what to think of it.
Yeah,
Do you think that Indy's gonna go with it, or if she's just?
I think maybe they should. I think they could be a solid heel tag team that I think could do well.
We need to have Indy go on board if that's the case, because Candice is already.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going with it, but I think they're gonna work in Maxine Dupree a little bit, and this may not really start kicking off more until after Mania.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I think they're planting the seeds a little bit, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
It's either gonna be a huge rivalry between Indy and Candice, or it's just gonna be both of them are heels. But we'll see. We'll see. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes responds to the
man
Rock.
himself. The man that's going to finish the story.
Is he? Is he going to finish the story,
I think
though?
he is.
Oh,
but we'll see. Maybe Seth will cost it.
I'll announce now. Next week will be 1 week till WrestleMania.
Yep.
So that's when we're going to do our picks. We'll have our picks for Mania, all of our predictions.
We'll have the whole
we won't have an episode on WrestleMania weekend because we'll all be busy. There'll be tons of wrestling to watch.
Yep.
You'll have NXT Stand Deliver, Mania both days. We just won't have time. But that just means the next week will be a very busy episode. Yeah.
I feel like next week we should focus more on the matches for the Mania rather than matches that have happened. Unless if it's like something huge has happened.
Yeah, we'll do a quick review and then we'll really dive into Mania predictions and stuff like that.
All right, so Cody responds to The Rock after The Rock's performance last week.
Says the locker room doesn't need The Rock. The Rock needs the locker room. He says a few other things throughout this promo.
He calls him a whiny female dog.
We keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen.
Clean, PG.
We keep it PG.
For our truth.
He says he's going to go full Homelander because eventually Paul Heyman comes out.
Yep.
And Cody says, I'm going to go full Homelander and rip your throat out. Which was giving me a lot of... Cody was in a dark suit. Yep. If he ever goes heel,
he could definitely play both roles. Oh my goodness,
he could do some cool stuff.
Paul Heyman comes out and he apologizes to Cody, and he says he has a message from Roman Reigns. and he says if Cody shows up on SmackDown alone, then Roman will also show up alone, and they can have a talk one-on-one on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Paul Heyman said that he will be with Roman Reigns because.
Yeah, he said basically, he said Roman would come alone, and Cody said he would come alone.
Yep. And Cody said deal. So
he said deal.
We'll talk about that later with the amazing promo on SmackDown. Chad Gable and Sami Zayn in the backstage. Gable was telling Sami that he
can't beat Gunther. This is giving me
it.
Rocky story like never before. Look at Rocky 4. Take Rocky 4. Hold on.
Ivan Drago.
Rocky 4. And Adrian was like,
You can't do it.
You can't win. Tell me I'm wrong.
Chad Gable is like the Apollo Creed as well in this story.
A little bit too, yeah. Gunther is obviously Drago.
Yep.
Sami Zayn is Rocky.
Yeah.
This is WrestleMania is in Philadelphia, which is where Rocky is from.
If Sami pulls this off,
dude,
that would be crazy.
I still am holding out hope that they put in. I mean, I want Chad Gable to get
a piece of it.
I want him to have a title win so bad.
Mm-hmm.
An Intercontinental Champion. I think he's so good and so underused.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically the gist of that was Chad Gable said that Sami couldn't win.
Yep. Sami cannot win, but we'll see Sami have a contract signing with Gunther, and I'll advance this a little more. Gunther is mad that Sami was dressed like a normal human whenever he went out to the interview. You see that?
What was it?
Sami was just dressed in normal clothing, and Gunther comes out in a suit, and he says,
Let's say Gunther cleans up well.
He is.
He cleans up
He is
well.
very fashionable. He's very classy about this. He was like, "Why are you dressed up like a bum, like the audience? Like, why are you dressed up as a bum?" And Sami just pushes it off and says he's gonna make history again by ending Gunther's title reign, just like how he did with the Usos last year.
Yeah.
Longest title reign with the Usos, he ended it. Longest title reign with Gunther, will he end it? We'll see.
The story is writing itself.
Yeah, the story is going on for not more than Cody. It's going for everybody.
Everybody's got a story to finish now.
Yep. Except that Sami's has only gone on for
Sami Zayn.
like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's all right.
Sami needs a title too.
Was the next match was Ricochet and Dominic?
Yes.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about Gunther or whatever, or Gunther?
No, I think that was all.
All right. So next match was a solid one-on-one match between Ricochet and Dominic Mysterio, which Ricochet picked up the W.
Yep. I think Ricochet is also very underused.
Very underused.
But
and he's so athletic.
He's also kind of a little early in his career compared to some people.
He was the Intercontinental Champion that Gunther beat.
Yeah.
To go on this historic reign. Backstage, Jey Uso offers to Cody Rhodes to be backup on SmackDown.
Yep.
If he changes his mind.
But I feel like Jay should not have even been involved, so that was a good decision.
And then it was the contract signing between Sami Zayn and Gunther, I think, was what was next.
Yeah. Oh, I went right past Ricochet.
You're all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have another tag team qualifying match. We have the Awesome Truth versus Indus Sheer.
Dude, Miz
came out rapping with R-Truth. This was classic.
I loved it.
This was from back in 2011.
The Awesome Truth.
2011, these guys would do the same thing. They were heel at the time.
Yep.
But I was all for it. Just to sum it up quickly, Awesome Truth pick up the win and are headed to WrestleMania.
Well, the way they picked it up was hilarious. Did you see how they won?
How was it?
R-Truth was fighting one of the guys in Indus Sheer, and they just absolutely elbow him in the face, and he just lands on top of Veer and picks up the win.
Is that okay? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he lost his balance and somehow landed on Veer to get the win. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Awesome Truth at Mania. I feel like that's what people are asking for right there. Because, let's be honest, Indus Sheer, no one cares about them. No one likes that team, to be honest with you. They haven't really been doing much for the company. But I feel like soon we'll not be able to see them anymore. They should have kept Dolph Ziggler instead of all those guys, to be honest with you. I'm just saying. Anyways, CM Punk is returning to Raw
next week. On this upcoming Monday.
Yeah.
Chicago, hometown.
Yeah.
It's gonna be loud.
It's gonna be amazing. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, they had another promo in the ring. They've been doing the same thing with each other, talking about the same stuff. Drew constantly is saying that he thinks the spotlight should be on them in their match, and not as much on Seth's match with The Rock.
Seth admitted that he is a spotlight junkie.
Yeah.
He was like, I have to confess.
He's like, what can I say?
What can I say? He like embraced it. He embraced it.
Yeah.
Drew said that he's getting the moment he earned, not what he deserves.
That's right.
So
I agree. I think Drew deserves this moment, and he's earned it.
I feel like Drew might lose this.
You think Drew's gonna lose at Mania?
Yeah, but we'll go into that next week. But we don't. I don't know.
I think Drew will win.
I feel like, personally, the Money in the Bank cash in.
Yeah,
happening at Mania.
It's either gonna happen at Mania, or here's what I say: it's happening night after Mania.
Yeah.
On the Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
I think. Because I think it's just
there's no other way to get that through.
And we've also it's just gotten so repetitive with the Money in the Bank. I think people are getting tired.
They're like, oh, we're about to catch it. Oh, someone stops.
Oh, someone hit him in the face, and now he can't do it. Now he can't do it.
But with everyone that usually saves Seth occupied, I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to cash it in. So either way, if Drew wins,
it kind of runs
Seth wins.
full circle with Seth cashing it in at Mania.
Yep.
And winning the title.
And we'll see what WWE goes through from there.
Yeah.
But,
next match, New Day versus Alpha Academy, another qualifying match.
I'm glad that the New Day won.
New Day won. It was pretty simple, standard match. Nothing crazy.
A lot of people were like wanting Alpha Academy to win, but personally, I like the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
if you look at what NXT did, it looks like they're gonna do something.
Yeah,
with
they're
Alpha
gonna
Academy
push Alpha Academy
and put them in the tag team title match for Stand and Deliver.
We'll go into that in a little bit with them challenging Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Anyways, New Day wins, and I'm glad because I feel like they are very underrated right now, and they are not getting the respect that they deserve. They were like, how many times were they tag team champions? A lot. They were one of my favorite people to watch. I wish they didn't separate Big E, but that's a different conversation.
Big E got his neck broken.
Yeah. Well, they separated Big E into two different shows.
And then because they kind of pushed him for his singles.
Yeah.
And then he became world champion.
And then broke his neck.
Got his neck broken.
But, I like Big E.
So, weird transition from that to the main event, last women's standing match between Becky Lynch and Nia Jax.
Yep.
Did you see them having that trouble with the table, trying to get it when they were on the outside of the ring?
I don't think so.
There's the wooden table.
They couldn't
get it to get it to stay up.
I probably saw that.
Becky tried it. Nia Jax tried it. And then Nia was just like, forget it, dude. I think eventually during commercial break, I think they got it set up.
Really?
Who knows? Maybe a crew member went and got it set up for them.
Anyways.
But it was a crazy, solid match. Lots of weapons used, tables. People getting put through tables.
They used chairs, kendo sticks, steps, tables.
They used a fire extinguisher, I think, at one point.
Yep.
Ended with Becky Lynch jumping off a ladder, doing a leg drop.
That was sick.
Onto Nia Jax through the announce table.
Yep. This is all that went through. Nia slams Becky. Nia interrupts the count when she could have won and hit an annihilator on Becky. But that also. Becky rolled out of the ring to beat the count. Becky manhandle slams Nia into the table on the outside and then jumps off the ladder. Pat McAfee, did you see his reaction whenever she jumped off the ladder?
She jumped off the ladder?
Dude, his reaction was priceless.
Pat McAfee is always hilarious.
His face whenever she did the jump was, you gotta go back and look at it. It's so funny. Rhea makes an entrance after the match and has a stare down with Becky Lynch. Yep. All right.
So that brings us to
that was
NXT.
Monday Night Raw. Okay, so for a show Monday Night Raw, what would you rate that from a scale of 1 to 10? I feel like
let's do letter grade. Letter grade is a little easier for me.
Okay.
Say B plus.
Yeah, I say
It was a B plus.
It's average. It was not average. It was a little above average, I'd say.
I thought the main event was all right.
It wasn't boring, that's for sure.
My favorite match was probably DIY and Creed Brothers.
They had a great opener with that.
Just a banger.
Banger. All
right.
NXT. It starts off with a match. It starts off Roxanne Perez versus Tatum.
I like Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez.
I like the heel turn.
I love heel Roxanne.
Yep. She is very sassy and she's very disrespectful whenever she's doing this because she wants that title. She got stripped of the title, and Valkyria
feels like she deserves to just be champion.
She just got cheated, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
She won by submission.
Yep. The match started quickly with Tatum just fighting her during the entrance. She didn't even let the bell ring or anything.
Yeah. And then afterwards, backstage, right, and then it was backstage. Did Valkyria? I'm trying to remember. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
she got checked on by the general manager.
I'm gonna pronounce her name wrong. Valkyria. I'm sorry.
This is why we're having a YouTube channel.
Sorry.
Say it in the comments.
Lyra. We're just gonna call her Lyra.
I think it's Valkyria or
Valkyrie.
Valkyria.
I think it is Valkyria.
We're just gonna say Valkyria.
She came out.
Yep. She came out after the match
with her arm in a sling.
Yep, and it didn't go well. Roxanne absolutely just demolished her. Yep.
And then that brings us backstage where Valkyria demanded that Ava Raine make the title match official for Stand and Deliver, which is now official.
Yep.
Stand and Deliver.
I feel like Roxanne is going to win that match.
She's going to win the match. I think she is too.
They're still pushing for the heel turn. I feel like that is the best move that they can go with. Josh Briggs now comes out and calls out Oba Femi.
Oba Femi, big boy.
Oba. He challenges him for a title match, and Oba says, "Don't say I didn't warn you." He accepts the challenge. Dijak, though, he interrupts the match.
Dijak comes out.
He interrupts the promo. He's like, "Wait a minute. I had next dibs on Oba." And I feel like this is going to lead to a triple threat match at, what is it called? The Stand and Deliver, yeah.
For the North American Championship.
Excuse me. There was a brawl between them, and then the officials separated them. But I personally feel like Oba's going to retain the title.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep pushing him as just like this unstoppable force.
Dude, he's great.
I love Oba.
Like last episode, I'm pretty sure he was like a shot putter or something for the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
That dude, he's crazy. Anyways.
Briggs called Dijak a wannabe Shaft.
I forgot about that.
And then Dijak
was like, I'm white. I'm white. I feel like that was not scripted. I'm gonna be honest.
You
with
think it wasn't scripted?
I don't think that was.
It was whether or not it was it was funny.
It was hilarious. Next we got.
Is it next to the locker room segment with Sean Spears?
Yes.
Talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. And then there was Joe Gacy was creeping behind him.
Yeah, it was weird. He was like on like a bench in the background, just
that.
staring at.
Because I'm digging the Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Heel return thing he's doing. I'm liking
better
that.
than the Perfect 10. Better than
Perfect 10. And then NXT showed an X video from Ridge Holland who said he would do what everyone wanted him to do.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ariana Grace began Gigi Dolan's evolution as Miss NXT in training because Ariana Grace beat Gigi Dolan week prior.
Yep.
I thought it was kind of a cool, funny comedic segment. Yeah. It was cute.
Next, we got another match for the contenders for the triple threat match for the titles.
Mm-hmm.
The triple threat match, winners go for the titles.
Yeah, we had Nathan Fraser and Axiom versus Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne.
Of the No Quarter Catch Crew.
That's a mouthful, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know about that name. It's a little too much for me. No quarter catch crew.
No quarter catch crew.
There's no way I'm just gonna like watch Monday Night Raw and be like, yes, the no quarter catch crew. Woo! Like I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. But it doesn't matter because Axiom and Nathan Fraser, they won the match. They won,
and now they qualify for the #1 contender triple threat.
Yep. It was a good match. They're absolutely just flying everywhere. Both of them are great acrobatic competitors, and they're just doing so much there. It was a good match.
Alpha Academy comes in backstage
with Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin being interviewed. They said they wanted to be in the match. Braun Breaker.
First it was Alpha Academy interrupted a metaphor argument backstage about Trick Williams.
That's right. Otis was flirting with what's her face? He was an
Lash
Legend. Lash Legend. He said he's a little jelly of Trick Williams.
Trick Willie.
and she's just like, no. Ew.
Yeah, and then Wolf Dogs come in, and Maxine challenged Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker to face Otis and Akira Tozawa next week
if the Alpha Academy wins.
Yeah, to earn a spot in the Stand and Deliver title match. So they have to beat the champions to get into the title match.
Yep.
I think since obviously it doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything at WrestleMania, this is kind of going to be their deal. So I'm already predicting the Alpha Academy will win next week.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to be...
They'll have something to do.
Akira Tozawa like rolling someone over and
rolling someone up.
But we'll see. What happened to Braun Breaker going into one of the main rosters? Are they just like...
Well, see, on SmackDown, they showed a highlight video. Again, I think a lot of stuff, they're trying to get past WrestleMania weekend, and once we kind of start... post WrestleMania, they'll start getting some of these new guys in and start getting them moving. Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Brynlee Reese versus Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca has returned from an injury, and
she picked up the win. Sol Ruca picked up.
Both of the competitors were really acrobatic during the match.
I like the acrobatic wrestlers. Those are usually pretty fun. People like
doing flips.
You think of people like Ricochet and Rey Mysterio, people that are jumping, doing high flying stuff.
Yep. Sol Ruca takes the win with the Soul Snatcher, which is a very clever name. Soul Snatcher, Sol Ruca.
You snatched my soul, Caysen.
All right, make sure to have like a zoom in. Anyways, Sol gets attacked after the match by Liv Davenport. I'm pretty sure that's how her name is, isn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not a big NXT person.
Yeah, NXT. Yeah.
I'm
trying to get into NXT.
I'm trying to get into it.
We're working on it, bro.
But
we're working on
it. I know some of the guys.
Give us some time.
But with they keep adding new people over and over because it's NXT.
It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with.
Because I know who Tony D'Angelo and the family is. I know who Dragunov is. I know who Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are. Even before I started watching. But anyways, Tony D'Angelo and the family walks out.
Promises to break the unbreakable Dragunov.
Yep, Dragunov always finds a way, and he promises that he's gonna defy the odds and take down Dragunov. Dragunov interrupts him through a video, onto the screen.
The Titantron.
Yep. Stax is gonna fight Dragunov. Next week.
This next Tuesday.
We're gonna see if Dragunov can have the stamina and
can he keep up?
I
don't think he will. I'm saying it right now. I don't think he will.
You think Tony's gonna take it? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so.
Tony is definitely up there. I liked watching Tony. And
I think it's time for Tony D'Angelo
to step up.
Step up.
But that's the thing, though. What else are they gonna do with Dragunov after that happens?
Main roster.
Is that what you're thinking? We'll see if the crowd will get into it because I know a lot of people that watch the main shows do not watch NXT, but we'll see. We'll see if they can get in with him. On the 2K story, they put Dragunov with Imperium, so that was pretty funny. But anyways, Riley Osborne with Chase U versus one member of the No Quarter Catch crew, Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak for the Heritage Cup.
Are you familiar with the Heritage Cup match?
Not as much.
Yeah, this was probably my 5th time watching one of these.
it's like round. Like they like go.
It's kind of like
round.
boxing, kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, not more like MMA, I guess, with like all the rounds and stuff. But we'll go for each round and say what happens in each one. First round, Riley scores an early fall, jumping off the top turnbuckle and gets the pin right there. Second round, Gulak scores a roll-up pin. Next fall wins. We are about to see what happens. After the second round, one member of the No Quarter Catch crew gives a cheap shot to Osborne. Third round, Riley gets saved by the bell from submission by Gulak. And the fourth round, referee distraction because of Thea, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah, Thea.
And all the other people that she's in a feud with distract Riley and their manager, and it costs Riley the match. Gulak retained.
Gulak retains the Heritage Cup.
Dude, I'm not really like familiar with Riley, but I'm familiar with all the other people in Chase U. But Riley was definitely putting up a fight.
Yeah, he looked real good.
He looks really good. Next we got OC versus Hank Waller and Tank Ledger. Another qualifying match.
Qualifier for the number one contender match for next week.
OC picked up the win, which kind of made me predict that OC wasn't going to win their match.
Yeah, it's giving me the same vibe of what they're doing with Alpha Academy, since they're not going to be having Alpha Academy in a WrestleMania match. They're going to try and do something with them at Stand Deliver just to give them something to do. Yep. And it looks like it's going to be kind of the same deal with OC.
Noam Dar and Trick Williams is the next match. Is there any segments in between? I'm not sure there is.
Not that I can remember.
Not that I can remember. All right.
Anyways, we'll go right into it. Trick
Williams. It was a close match.
Looked good the entire time.
Yep. It was a good match. During the match, Noam uses Lash Legend to distract Trick. She goes up to the rope. She pulls him over there, and she's like grabbing him by the chin, kind of. She's like trying to like flirty with him, and then she tries slapping him. He just catches.
He's like, nah.
He's like, nope. And then Trick still pulls out the win, and
hits him with the trick shot. Picks up the W.
Whoop that Trick.
And then we get some security. Carmelo Hayes security coming out.
Trick calls out Carmelo Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes.
And his security team comes out, and he's ready for Carmelo's entrance. And we see someone walking out portraying to be Carmelo Hayes, but Carmelo is actually one of the...
He was one of the security guards.
He was one of the security guards. You see him rip off the mask.
Classic deception.
And he just attacks him.
He, dare I say, he whoops that Trick.
He whooped that Trick. But, I feel like they're really building this up. I feel like this is going to be one of the higher...
I could see this match stealing the show at St. Deliver. Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes.
And it's not even for a title.
Not even for a title.
But the rivalry is so high up there.
It's personal.
Yep.
They're both insanely talented, athletic. I think it'll be real good.
Yep. It's kind of like a Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Jimmy and Jey Uso kind of deal.
Yep.
I agree.
All right. That was NXT.
NXT, what would you grade it?
The show was all right, but I'm not a big NXT person.
Again, we're trying. We're
trying.
But
seeing all the talent that's upcoming for WWE and like all the like potential we have of all these people in NXT
gets you a little excited.
Yeah, it gets me excited for what's coming for the future.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these people's gimmicks are going to change. All their personalities will change.
Yeah.
A lot of people from like the main rosters went back to NXT because it was a better fit for them. Like Drew Gulak, Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin is a perfect example of.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped rejuvenate his career.
Yes, it saved his career. I did not like.
Because now I'm loving Baron Corbin's deal
it's back to his
Lone Wolf
stage, except that he's not with Braun Breaker.
With Braun Breaker doing the Wolf Dogs and their tag champs.
Yeah, I like it. I like the tag team that they set up there.
So then that brings us to SmackDown.
Yep.
Kicking off the night, we got Rey Mysterio versus Santos
Absolute banger.
Escobar.
Rey Mysterio slipped early on.
Yeah. They did like a brief video package between the entrances to kind of sum up their feud so far. They did a good job going back and forth. Lost their footing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually we get Dominic Mysterio to come out.
Yep.
At first it was just a dude. We see a dude in a hood and a Rey Mysterio mask.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knew what was happening. It was one of those things where it's like, I don't believe it until he pulls the mask off.
This led to Escobar hitting the 619 and a Phantom Driver
for the win. And Dominic takes off the mask, and we see it's Dominic Mysterio, which makes us think Mania. Because we're all wondering, what are they doing with Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Santos Escobar? What's the deal going to happen at WrestleMania? It looks like they could be doing something again with both Rey and Dom.
Yep. What Wade Barrett said at ringside, he said the line of the show. He said, "Being a deadbeat dad was a life sentence."
Was a life sentence.
And we'll see how that goes. I feel like Dominic is going to be like a pain in the side of Rey for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm curious to see what they do. I don't think they're going to do like a rematch from last year.
I feel like it's going to be more like
tag teams style. Because you got Carlito there. They brought Carlito back, so you might as well use him.
I feel like it's going to be Rey, Carlito
versus Santos
and Dominic. Mm-hmm. Just so they could get Dominic in the show.
Get Dominic doing some stuff.
All right. Next we got...
Next match was Grayson Waller and Austin Theory versus the OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. This was a bracket match.
Yep, for
ladder match. Spot in the ladder match.
Yeah.
So the winner of this is not in the ladder match yet. They are in the finals of their bracket.
Yep.
Theory and Waller picked up the win.
Yeah,
it was
they rolled up Luke Gallows.
Yeah, it was an okay match. I think, again, they're going to be used more with NXT.
I feel like there's a lot of potential with Waller and Theory.
Yeah, I think they're the future, dudes. Yeah. I think Grayson Waller is the next Miz kind of deal. I think at the right time, and I don't think that time is now, but I think at the right time, you could Austin Theory could be a good babyface. Back to the babyface.
Back to the babyface of WWE. WWE aired a video of Braun Breaker before going to break, as big plans remain in his future.
Yeah, so they're hyping up. Again, I think you'll see more post-WrestleMania because I'm predicting the Wolf Dogs are going to lose the tag titles at Stand and Deliver so that Braun Breaker can focus more on the main roster.
Yeah. All right. That was an okay match.
Then we got Naomi versus Io Sky.
Yep.
Really good, super talented, both of these women. Obviously, Io Sky is the WWE Women's Champion, going up against Bayley at WrestleMania. Before the match, after Naomi had already made their entrance, and Io's music hits and all Damage Control comes out except for Io, it cuts to backstage and we see Io beating up on Bayley.
Yep. I have a question. Do you think that Bayley has the odds for going against Io Sky?
You mean like, does she have the backup?
Yeah, does she have the backup?
Well, she's got Naomi at this point, and then we see. So we'll go through the match was back and forth, solid. Hitting big moves. Eventually, Io Sky will pick up the win.
Yeah, Bianca Belair made the save.
Yeah, and then Damage Control starts beating up on everybody, and then Bianca Belair comes out and tries to save the day.
But
doesn't really work. It kind of the numbers game. It catches up with them. It seems like they need at least one more person, maybe.
Yep. Positive update. Asuka is now in better condition with her injured leg.
Yes.
Jade Cargill officially signed her SmackDown contract and will debut next week.
And that's what a lot of people are saying, that Jade Cargill could come in and kind of
even the odds,
and maybe at Mania do a 6-woman tag match.
Maybe.
Dakota Kai, Kabuki Warriors against Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. I think would be a solid.
That would be a solid match. I'd love to see Jade Cargill finally in a match.
WrestleMania debut.
Yep. She was at the Royal Rumble.
She was at the Royal Rumble, and we saw that you loved her elimination of.
I was hyped. I was like watching the match, and then we're finally seeing this new person.
Pick up Nia Jax and just toss her over.
How much does Nia Jax weigh?
Probably a lot.
Like, no offense.
She's a big girl.
She uses her weight to her advantage.
Strong.
It's muscle.
She's strong,
dude. But the fact that she can lift her over the rope.
I mean, Jade Cargill's strong.
Yeah.
You can just see.
You can just see the muscles.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are naturally produced or not, but.
All right.
Backstage, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton booked a tag team match against Pretty Deadly. And
yes. I think we can all assume who's going to win that match next week.
Yep. I love Randy Orton. He's my favorite superstar in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to see him team up with Kevin Owens. I feel like that would be a good team right there. Now we got LA Knight.
Yeah.
Man. That was hilarious.
Video of it's AJ Styles. He's like about to give an interview at his house, and then we hear LA Knight honking the horn, and then AJ Styles goes out there, and then they just start fighting each other on the lawn.
And then WWE's like, we have police footage
because the camera gets knocked down and breaks, and they're like, oh, we have caught the rest of the footage from the police.
And
you see the police show up. And they're just on the ground beating each other up.
They pulled off LA Knight. They put him in the police car.
They arrest LA Knight. Oh, dude. Again, another match I think potentially could steal the show on WrestleMania.
Yep. I really thought of Stone Cold Steve Austin whenever I saw LA Knight doing that. That was. I feel like he's really trying to bring out the Stone Cold in WWE at the moment, and it's working. People love it. Yeah. They love it. So yeah.
Yeah.
No pun intended right there. Anyways, Street Profits and AOP.
AOP. This was another qualifying match.
Yep.
Or this was another bracket match.
Yep.
The winner of this match, which we eventually see as the Street Profits, will now take on Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Winner of that match will go on to WrestleMania.
Yep. After a great near fall, the Street Profits scored the victory.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good match. That was a really good match right there. I liked watching it. Anyways, the big moment.
The main event of the show, or main segment of the show.
Yeah. Roman Reigns.
Cody Rhodes. Face to face.
Like we are right now.
We are right now. Face to face. It was good.
Yep.
It was real good. Back and forth. Now, first, Roman came alone with just Paul Heyman.
Just by himself.
Cody was by himself.
Let's go ahead and go over a little brief summary of this.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns brings up the Shield. Cody asks if he remembers who was the first team to beat the Shield, and it was the Rhodes.
It was the Rhodes. I remember that when the Rhodes beat the Shield. And then they ended up beating them for the Goldust, and Cody Rhodes won the tag titles from them.
Reigns asked Rhodes if he could trust Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins was like,
I really think.
I don't think Seth Rollins.
I think he'll cost him the title.
Okay, we both have different opinions. I don't think Seth is going to betray, but he thinks.
I think he might.
It's a chance. There's a chance because we do know that Seth Rollins and Cody did have a little bit of beef going on.
Dude, they had probably match of the year, 2022, the Hell in a Cell match when Cody had his torn pec.
Yep.
I think it was. It was one of the best matches of the year.
Yep. But Cody responds by saying, "Can you trust The Rock?
Can you trust The Rock?
Is The Rock playing Roman Reigns?" That would be my next question. Is The Rock playing Roman Reigns, or is he full on loyal to the family?
Because even if Roman and Rock win night one,
yep.
I mean, Rock could cost Roman, which I really don't want to happen. Because,
it's not really finishing the story.
Yeah, I'm really all for whoever it is that beats Roman for the title.
By himself.
Needs to be clean. It needs to be a clean win because that would mean so much for that person's career.
Yep.
It would really, I just really think that's the better option.
But we'll see. We'll see what WWE does with that.
We eventually see that Roman did not come alone. He lied, and out came Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso.
Snapped his fingers.
And then we also find out that Cody lied and did not come alone. And out comes
Rollins and Uso.
Seth freaking Rollins and Jey Uso come out to even the odds.
Stare down.
And they're both looking
Right
at each other. And everybody's hyped. I'm hyped just talking about it. I'm hyped just talking about it. Let's go.
Are you hype? Are you hype?
I'm telling you, WrestleMania is stacked. It's stacked.
My heart's beating.
It's stacked. You guys can't even see me because of the lighting. We'll fix the lighting issues at one point.
We're broke.
Look, it's stacked, bro. It is stacked.
Stacked. And that's ring talk, folks. That's ring talk. That's ring talk for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hyped.
That's
pumped.
all the shows. That's the summary.
Solid summary. We're doing a lot better on time this time than we did last week.
We try not to talk as much, but
yeah, we tried to get through it a little bit faster. I'm
last
pumped.
episode was like an hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and a half.
If you went through that,
thank you. If you listened to all of that,
if you listen to this, goated. Yeet. That was really cringe. I'm sorry.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet. Yeet.
Dude, I feel like, personally, I think after their match at Mania, I feel like they're gonna get back together.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
if that happens, I feel like the story is sealed.
I think we'll see Jey Uso at some point this year with a singles title.
Yeah.
Whether it be United States, whether it be Intercontinental. I think
maybe
World Heavyweight.
Maybe.
I think
he definitely has the ability
with a singles title.
I want to see Sami Zayn with the title.
Again, I want to see him not just with I mean, obviously, I'd like to see him with a singles title. Intercontinental will be fine, but I want a world title.
I want world title.
I think he deserves a world title run.
I feel like Chad Gable should go for Intercontinental. Sammy go up here
for world title. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania is looking weak. Solid week. Again, just trying to hype everything
WrestleMania 40, is it? Right?
41.
40.
You're right.
40.
You're right. 40.
Yeah. It's going to be a good 40th anniversary WrestleMania.
40th anniversary WrestleMania.
It's going to be up there, man. It's going to be good.
Again,
what do you think the highlights for each night's going to be? Do you think it's going to be
for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
So we don't know. We don't all know what match is going to be on which show.
But out of the ones we got right now,
you just asked me which matches do I think will kind of shine.
Yeah.
I definitely think Jay versus Jimmy will shine.
Yeah.
The main events are obviously they're going to kill it. I think the main events. I am curious to see how The Rock looks in the ring, doing some ring work.
I don't know if
he may look amazing. He may do fantastic.
He kind of got a warm up with Jinder Mahal and.
He was doing some
Austin
stuff.
Theory.
We'll see kind of.
But
doing a full match. I mean, if
they're working tag team match.
If they're working 20 minutes, a 20-minute match, that's a long. I mean, that's a lot.
But it's also The Rock, and he
Rock.
works out every day of his life.
He's working out as we're speaking.
Have you seen his schedule?
It's insane.
Wake up at 5 a.m.
Right now, he's working as we're speaking. As people are listening, are listening and watching this, The Rock is working out.
He's probably on a jog right now.
Yeah.
Something doing
That's
something.
Facts. And probably making an Instagram video, just smack talking Cody Rhodes.
There's a video I saw. It was this dude. He was at the gym working out, and The Rock is also in that gym. He's like, "Hey, how much weight you got on there?" He's like, 130. He's like, attaboy. You want me to spike? He's like, "No, that's okay. Because the weight's actually 10 pounds." It's so funny. Oh man. But yeah, that was good.
It was a good week.
Good week. We are so glad that you have took your time here with us. If you want to say anything about anything that's going on,
leave a comment.
Comment, please.
Please.
And if you're listening to this on Spotify,
hey, you guys like my CM Punk shirt?
Go check out CM Punk shirt on Tyler, on Magic Tyler.
CM Punk on Raw, Chicago.
Yep. If you're listening to us on Spotify, you won't be able to see the shirt.
Yeah, if you're listening to us, so go to the YouTube, see the shirt.
Yeah.
See the shirt.
And my shirt's not
No, it just says.
It's not WWE, but thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
We thank God every day.
Yep.
All right, thank you guys for listening, for watching. Next week we'll be here again. It'll be our WrestleMania prediction show, and then we won't be here for WrestleMania, but we'll be back for the next week after that. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye. Are we keeping that in? Because that was really weird.
No, I'm keeping that in.